What's up, y'all? It's Boxing Mind TV with another video. This video is about Errol Spence Jr. and whether he will be back stronger and better at 154 against Terence Crawford. We are speculating that the rematch will happen at 154, and many people are saying that Errol Spence he shouldn't take the rematch. He should just retire. He has neural damages and stuff like that. And really, nobody really knows the facts, the truth. You know what I'm saying? The facts is that he lost the fight against a great Terence Crawford. He was on point. He was on game. He was better prepared for the night. Everything was intact. His physical, his mental, everything was intact. Errol Spence was probably a little off, or he just simply got beaten by the better man. But can't take enough from Terence Crawford, but it's in the contract that the rematch should happen, you know, and Errol Spence has been spoken about it after the fight. He's spoken, he's on Instagram or Twitter. He's basically insinuated that he does want the rematch, and I believe the rematch will happen, whether it be at the end of the year or maybe in January. But I think that the fight will happen eventually, probably the next fight for each guys, and I think Errol Spence could do better than what he did in his last fight. The weight may have played a role into his performance, but nonetheless, Terence Crawford was great in that fight. And him coming back in that fight doesn't mean coming back at a higher weight against Terence Crawford doesn't mean he's going to win the fight. Many people were rooting for him, as well as myself. But it doesn't mean he may win the fight, but I think he'll be more competitive and better, you know, better than what he was his last fight. Errol Spence has a great mindset, strong mindset. He's shown that throughout his whole career, throughout the situations he's been in his life, that could have ended his career. And for people to say that he should end his career now is laughable to me. He's been through worse, you know. He's been through worse, and people are just, you know, kind of like a prisoner of the moment. They see a bad loss, and they want the guy to retire, and it's kind of taken away from guys taking risks. Also, you want the boxing world wants the best fighting the best, but when the best fights the best, and it comes lopsided, it's a lopsided matchup. You want the other guy to retire. No, you should want the guy to fight another fight and see how he looks. See if he looks the same. If he's on a down spiral, going down, okay, then all right, he can retire. I mean, only the guy that's fighting knows how he feels. You know, you hear guys like Tim Bradley that says after he fight Provodnikov, he knew that that he wasn't the same, that he needed to retire soon. You know, so the guys know, you know, Errol Spence knows how he feels and what he should do. It's plus, you know, people that's coming out saying stuff, the neurologists, I think that's how you say it, but the doctor that came out, and he came out and said something about, you know, basically Errol Spence had neural damages. But I was on 78 Sports TV show, and he had a doctor on there that says, like, you know, those things could be possible, but you can't just assess them like that right away. There's other things you have to see. You can't see from the surface like that, because they are, you know, athletes, and athletes have ways of, you know, hiding those things on the surface, certain symptoms and things like that, characteristics. So it's something you have to closely examine. You can't just presume that's the case. So guys need to pump the brakes a little bit on this fight. Everybody just being a prisoner of the moment with the fight against Terence Crawford. But I do think Errol Spence can come back stronger, can come back better, and possibly win in the rematch. You know, showing better punch resistance and doing his game, fighting his fight, and you know, being better prepared for this fight. It could be more competitive. It could be better than what it was last time. And I think he'll put a better account of himself. This is not the first time somebody has taken a bad beating or a bad loss. You know, Deontay Wilder took a bad loss against Tyson Fury from the fights. But he came back and won his comeback fight. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean they're just, you know, lost and done or shelling themselves just yet. It's not done yet. You know what I'm saying? We have to wait and see. Only the fighter knows if he's done yet. People speculating and being prisoner of the moment. We have to give Errol Spence more credit than that. He showed that he's strong-willed, strong-minded, and he's a great fighter. He just had a bad night, and had a bad night against another great fighter. So you can't really down him for that. So I would have to wait and see what happens with with Errol Spence and his decision, and see if the rematch actually happens. I think it would happen. I think Errol Spence wants it. I think they can come back stronger, come back better, and at a higher weight class. So his hydration and all the draining possible effects could be eliminated a little bit. And we'll see what happens, you know. But let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Errol Spence could come back stronger, better than what he was at 147, with him fighting at 154 for the rematch? Let me know what y'all think. This is Boxing Mind TV, and I'm out.